What's going on, y'all? This is Kev coming to you with another sports video. I want to talk about Kevin Durant's anticipated return to the Golden State Warriors lineup Saturday night against the New Orleans Pelicans. Uh, Durant's, Durant's been missed. He was missed at first, by the Warriors. They almost slipped up and gave. I think the Spurs did have first place in the West for a little bit, but the Warriors have really found their stride. If you know what I'm saying. Well, they had their stride with Durant, but I think it's what, a 13 game winning streak the Warriors are on right now, and they're absolutely killing it. I mean, a lot of people are saying that they're back to what they're used to. They're not used to they're back to what they did these last couple years that have gotten them to to two championship appearances and one championship, of course, in 2014. Excuse me, 2015. Sorry about that. They're running and gunning. Steph has really stepped his game up. I think he's like averaging 27 or 28 in a game in the 13 game winning streak. Clay is balling. I mean, it seemed like they're clicking better, without Durant. But of course, when Durant comes, I'm pretty sure they'll be okay. It might be a process, just like it was a process after he first got injured to the way that the Warriors are rolling now. It's going to be a process when Durant comes back. The thing is, when to get whoever's shots. If Steph's hot, do we keep feeding Steph, or do we give it to Durant, or do we give it to Clay? But it's a great problem to have. And then when Durant first went to Oklahoma, I was about to say Oklahoma City. When Durant first went to Golden State, that's what everybody thought. That's just add another shooter to that team, and it just basically it's dangerous, man. It's a dangerous. They're dangerous. That's a dangerous foursome. Pause if needed. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm just thinking about how they're going to interact with each other, on the court. I mean, I don't know. I think they said he is clear to practice, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be practicing together, trying to get the chemistry back to where it was before he got injured. Of course, like I said before, the 13 game winning streak, Warriors almost gave up the number one seed to San Antonio, but they got some much needed wins against San Antonio, against the Rockets. While on this 13 game win streak, while Durant's been out, and that's huge because they're basically now they've all but clinched the number one seed in the West, and of course and then all the NBA as well, over 60 wins. So looks like the NBA championship will again go through Golden State, and that's a dangerous thing because, yeah, they don't have the 73 wins that they had last year, but I think overall they're a better team, obviously, because they've had Durant, because that was that was probably their weak spot. None against Harrison Barnes, but he's not no Durant, so that was basically their weak spot these last couple years. This small forward spot. Harrison Barnes will give you a game here or there, here and there and in between, but not a guy like Durant who's scoring 25 plus. He's scoring 25.3 a game this year. Obviously, he's missed all that time. Steph has stepped this game up now. Both of them are tied for the team lead in points per game. And when he comes back, I expect more the same. When he comes back, they're already getting their chemistry down with Durant being out. But just imagine if Durant comes back and then he falls right into that chemistry. Like I say, it might be a couple games before they really start hitting. But if they can win while they're still processing while they're still trying to get it together, and they can win big, it's going to be a problem for the Western Conference and whoever comes out of the Eastern Conference. I'm a LeBron fan, so hopefully it's Cleveland. If they play like they did last night, it will be them. But yeah, I mean, my thing is, what's the chemistry going to be like when Durant comes back? Of course, they're not going to go right where they were. Start back right. Start back right where they were. I can't talk for some reason. Of course, they're not going to go back right where they were, but it might only take a few games, and then Golden State could probably go back to looking like that unstoppable force, that they have been this year, and that they have been the last couple of years without Durant. But I'm just saying they've gotten better. I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard to imagine a 73 win team getting better. Of course, their record is not as good, but it doesn't matter about the regular season. It only matters about the postseason. Can any team in the Western Conference, can any team that comes out of the East beat this team in a 7-game series? That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that matters right now. Right now, it's very hard to find anybody. Obviously, Cleveland would be the top choice. Spurs will be second. Hell, maybe the Spurs probably be first because they've already beaten the Warriors twice this year. They lost. They really took it on the chin the last game to the Warriors. Like I said, that's because the Warriors are finding their groove. That's what I'm saying. I just want to see how Durant coming back affects their groove. Like I said, they're on a 13-game winning streak right now. Steph is looking good. Clay is looking good. So what's going to happen as far as shots? Because of course, when Durant comes back in the lineup, the shots will be less for Curry and Clay, and then those shots that they're not taking will go to Durant. I mean, it's just all who's hitting, I guess, at the time, because Clay's done had the big scoring quarters and halves the last few years. Of course, Clay's done his thing, but Steph has done his thing, but Clay's had the more memorable games where memorable scoring outbursts. Of course, the 37 in a quarter last year. Man, that was insane. But Warriors are looking more dangerous than ever, man. I'm still amazed at how Cleveland beat them last year. Even though all the way back then, I'm still amazed. Cleveland has a team to do what they got. They picked up the people that they needed to. It's just the point of them. It's just the point of Cleveland bringing their A game 4 out of 3 games, 4 out of 7 games. I'm sorry. Whether it's on the road or it's at home. Spurs are the best team to get the Warriors out of the East. Excuse me, out of the West. But like I said, the last game without Durant, Spurs really struggled trying to keep up with the Warriors' speed, and athleticism. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. Let me know what y'all think about Durant coming back, and let me know if you believe that if you believe that Durant coming back can make the Warriors, if they can stay on the road that they have been with Durant coming back, or will they struggle? Leave a comment down below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next video.